City Council meeting to order. If you could all stand for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. If you could turn and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call of council members, please.
Lehman. Here. Hodak. Cassidy.
Here.
Baker.
Here.
Grine. Mendoza.
Here.
Guernsey.
Here. I'll move to excuse councilpersons Podak and Grine.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mendoza, a second by Cassidy to excuse both council members Podak and Grine. Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Lehman.
Yes.
Cassidy.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Guernsey.
Yes.
Great, those council members are excused. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting?
So moved.
We have a motion by Mendoza, a second by Baker to approve the minutes. Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Lehman.
Yes.
Cassidy.
Yes.
Baker.
Yes.
Mendoza.
Yes.
Guernsey.
Yes.
All right, they have been approved. Any communications?
None yet, no.
Awesome. Report of the committee's Finance Committee.
The Finance Committee met this evening just prior to the council meeting. We discussed the 2027 tax budget, which is due to the county auditor on July 3rd, 2026. That's being presented to council for a first read this evening. Just to put everyone on alert that we may want to consider passing that on at the second reading, just due to the absence of council members during summer. We want to make sure that we get that approved and to the auditor's office for that July 3rd deadline to meet the Ohio Revised Code compliance standard. Bank balances were $25,036,820 at the end of May. We were reminded that there will be a RETA mailing going out for unfiled returns. Revenues and expenses were running within expectations. The Safety Service Director made us aware that there will be a capital improvement occurring in fiscal year 27. They've secured $50,000 for repair at the mausoleum, and they're looking for another source for the other $50,000, as the expenses are estimated to be around $100,000. We also asked the Finance Director to begin the process of identifying when the property tax that we are collecting expires, when it can go on the ballot, and the necessary steps to do so. The next regular meeting of the Finance Committee will be held on Tuesday, July 21st, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. in council chambers.
Thank you.
Just to clarify real quick, it's August 3rd that the tax budget is due.
I have my months all screwed up. Thank you, Mr.
Yep.
Finance Director.
Public Affairs Committee.
Public Affairs Committee met this evening. We reported that there were 3 council members and 3 community members present at our most recent quarterly Convos with Council, held on Thursday, June 4th at the City Park Shelter House. Discussions included wetlands feedback, communication efforts, city manager form of government, and social media concerns. We will host our next Convos with Council on Thursday, September 3rd at 6:30 p.m. at Jackson Park. The location was selected to highlight our Nature Works grant application and the efforts of Mrs. Stoltz's high school initiative, Best in Jackson Park, demonstrating support for ongoing community involvement. Upcoming events include the first summer concert series hosted by the Fostoria Community Arts Council in the city of Fostoria on Sunday, June 21st at 7:30 p.m. at Foundation Park, with patriotic music performed by the Fostoria Community Band honoring our country's 250th anniversary. This free concert is made possible through grants from the Gary Family Foundation and the Greater Toledo Community Foundation. In the event of rain, the concert will be relocated to Venue 18 Entertainment Complex. Lunch on the Lawn, hosted by the Fostoria Community Arts Council in the City of Fostoria, is set for Wednesday, June 24th from 12 to 1 at the Fostoria Municipal Building. Entertainment will be provided by Papa Teague, and lunch will be available for purchase from B&A Egg-Rolled Thai Food. Residents are invited to enjoy live music, great food, and a relaxing lunch hour in downtown Fostoria. The City of Fostoria will host a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new inclusive playground on Thursday, June 25th at 4 p.m. Community members are encouraged to attend and celebrate the new recreational amenities for families and children of all abilities. The City of Fostoria, in partnership with the Ohio EPA, will host a tire recycling day on Saturday, June 27th from 8 to 10 a.m. at Foundation Park. The free event is open to Fostoria residents only and allows for the disposal of up to 10 tires per resident, with or without rims. Residents are encouraged to take advantage of the opportunity to safely dispose of unwanted tires and help keep the community clean. Also on Saturday, June 27th, Reineke Ford will host its Drive for Your Community event with proceeds benefiting Habitat for Humanity. Community members can support a worthwhile cause simply by participating in a test drive and helping raise funds for local housing initiatives. Looking ahead, the City of Fostoria's Independence Day celebration will take place on Sunday, July 5th at Foundation Park. Additional details will be announced as the event approaches. Thank you. That is all.
Thank you. Law and Ordinance Committee.
The Law and Ordinance Committee met this evening and discussed the proposed seasonal alley closure at 210 South Main. The committee recommends that the administration review and consider revising its event form and related policies regarding the duration of closures. Additionally, the committee is requesting that the law director prepare proposed legislation granting the administration authority to regulate rights of way for seasonal closures. These actions are intended to promote consistency while maintaining administrative efficiency without council involvement in routine permitting matters. The Law and Ordinance Committee will meet again on Tuesday, July 21st at 5:15 here in council chambers. Thank you. That is all.
Thank you. We'll move on to report of officers. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Since our last council meeting, we've had two big weekends in Fostoria. On Saturday, June 6th, we had the Union Pacific Big Boy visit Fostoria. This event brought many people into town, and when the big boy left, the rail park was clean and orderly. We only had a couple of very minor incidents, and it was a well-publicized weekend for Fostoria. This past weekend, we hosted a farmer's market on Main Street and a very well-organized Juneteenth celebration at Foundation Park. I want to congratulate Devon Cousin on a great job, again with no incidents, and the park was left clean. On the other end of town, we hosted the only FAA-sanctioned air show in Northwest Ohio this summer. It was also well attended with no incidents, and the airport was not only clean when it was left, the FAA gave us 2 thumbs up for the quality of our air show. Thank you.
Thank you. Safety Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. And earlier, part of my report was that little information that we'd received that $50,000 in capital budget funding for the roof of the mausoleum that was built in 1916 and is on the registry of National Historic Sites. And so we look forward to pairing that with another grant of some kind and the money that came when we acquired the mausoleum. We should be able to fix that roof, and then we can fix some of the issues inside once we get a roof on. And then the other thing I want to talk about, we received information today that the collaborative in Tiffin has taken over community development block grant funding for Seneca County and are soon to go out to bid for our ADA compliant restrooms upstairs. And so we'll keep you up to date on that as that project moves forward. But that looks to be a really nice project for the city building. We've taken pretty good advantage of that community development block grant to make the building a lot more ADA compliant with the front entrance to the water office. And previously, the ramp that went on the back entrance to the police department, and then the downstairs ADA compliant restrooms, which have been a big addition to the city building. And now we look forward to this one. So we've taken got really good return on our community development block grant monies and put them to good use. Other than that, that is all I have for a report tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Director of Law.
Thank you. Just a reminder, since we only have 5 voting members tonight, we can't pass anything by emergency. So there will be nothing passed tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Director of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have a couple pieces of legislation to present. One is to appropriate funds for part-time employees for the airport. Those are the interns from BGSU. We started that program, I believe, last year in 2025. I was going to ask to waive the 3 readings, but we will have to pause that until the next meeting. And the second one was already alluded to during the budget committee meeting, the tentative tax budget for 2027. I have legislation out for that. And the first reading on tonight for that is fine. And again, as we alluded to earlier, we may ask to waive the 3 readings at the next council meeting to make sure we're timely with that, filing with the county auditor. And I guess this is a good example. We don't have enough people here tonight, so if we can get that passed next time, that would be great. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That concludes our reports of officers. We'll move into the public portion. We will start with Deb Tyson.
Hello. I can't say enough about the library that we have because, yeah, I enjoyed, like the mayor was saying, about all the activities that we've had the past couple weekends. But we have something local that our local people can do to have fun, like a stay vacation. Stay here in Fostoria, save a lot of money by just not going outside of Fostoria. But like this summer reading program, they give you tickets for every activity you do. And this list is nice and long, but it's not supposed to leave the library. So I have it, but it is on every level of the library. There is a box beside that. And if there is not a ticket for you to fill out, you just ask somebody that works at the library. They will get you a ticket and a pen, and you put your name in, whatever item you do. You can go every day to the library and do these items again and again. And that gives you, of course, more chances to win that $150 Kroger gift card, which I don't think there's anybody here that couldn't use that. But yeah, I say Fostoria is the place to be. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Deb. At this time, we'll open it up to any other members of the public that wish to address council. We just ask that you state your name for the record and limit your responses to 3 minutes or less.
My name's Ed Logsden. I live at 520 West Jackson Street. Just coming back into town, I just want to let you know, I think things look better. Things are getting cleaned up. I noticed Gray Park, a couple of trees, kind of dead ones, all of a sudden gone. Things are improving. So just looking back in from the outside, all of a sudden, thumbs up. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Logsdon.
Joe Droll, 425 West Ridge Drive, Fostoria. Just wanted to go on record once again. Went to the convos with council. We had good dialogue on city manager again. Don't have the magic pill, but I'm here because of how important I still believe this issue is. And to get this to fall correctly, I believe probably the May primary would be the ideal optimum time with the way the mayor's term falls to get that on the ballot and passed. some valid points were brought up at the convos with council, about people saying how many times we have to tell you no. I guess my comment is as many times as it takes. I don't know if we failed educating them. I don't know if it's going to take, some kind of PR firm to help sell this. I realize we can't spend tax dollars for that. I would love to have the time and the health to pursue that on my own. I don't. So anybody have any ideas on maybe a citizen-led initiative to get this done? But it's that important. It really is. There's been a lot of progress in town. And one bad mistake, I think, could ruin that. I've argued it all along that, we're all the time reinventing everything every 4 years. There's no consistency. So I feel very strongly about that. Any ideas that you guys have, because it's going to only get on the ballot one of two ways. City needs to put it on, or the public initiative. So the only other thing is I'd concur with Ed. Things are looking good. But with that said, there's still some room for improvement. I guess I'd like to see a more aggressive property maintenance code. I know that that's a hot topic, but I believe it's still necessary, and a more aggressive zoning approach. I know the argument that I've heard from different since we've been back for 3 years from the zoning department. A couple of times when I've spoken to them is, the judge slaps them on the wrist and sends them on their way. Well, we can't let that deter us, because there's still a lot of areas that need a lot of improvement, and unfortunately most of them fall within the rental realm of properties in town. So anything we can do to be a little more aggressive with that, I think would serve us well. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Droll. Any other members of the public wish to address council on council-related matters or any other public-related matters? Seeing none, we'll move into old business.
An ordinance to approve and adopt current replacement pages to the codified ordinances and declaring an emergency to exist.
That is the second reading of that ordinance.
A resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of Fostoria to execute and file an application with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources for possible financial assistance for public recreation purposes through the State of Ohio Nature Works grant program and declaring an emergency to exist.
That is the second reading of that ordinance and concludes old business. We will move into new business.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 2026-35, correcting the legal description and declaring an emergency to exist.
That is the first reading of that ordinance.
An ordinance adopting and amending ordinance number 2025-83, permanent 2026 appropriations by appropriating from unappropriated funds in the general fund and declaring an emergency to exist.
That is the first reading of that ordinance.
A resolution adopting a tentative tax budget commencing January 1st, 2027 pursuant to section 5705.28A2 of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring an emergency to exist.
That is the first reading of that resolution. Concludes our new business. We may not go into executive session this evening. And is there any miscellaneous business?
I have a letter that needs to be read.
Perfect.
This was just in. The purpose of this letter is to apprise your office from Small Ridge Development LLC plan to develop a residential rental development located in the city of Fostoria. The planned development, when funded, will be available for tenant occupancy in late 2026 or early 2029. The property manager will accept referrals from your agency for prospective residents, and we will also consider any recommendations to design provided to us in writing or by wire by August 15th, 2026. This comes from the Wesley Ridge Good Shepherd Home, and if anybody out there is interested in reading furthermore, you can contact me and you can get a copy of this letter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other miscellaneous business this evening? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Cassidy, a second by Baker to adjourn. Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Lehman,
Yes.
Cassidy,
Yes.
Baker,
Yes.
Mendoza,
Yes.
Guernsey.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned at 6:20 PM.